What's up, guys? Greg with GYFITNESS. I get asked this question all the time. What do I need to prepare for in order to be successful in competitive bodybuilding? And I basically tell everyone the same thing all the time. There's a bunch of things that you need to think about before you decide to step on stage. But in my opinion, for me, through experience, the two things that probably takes the most priority, and you would really need to think about it before you make a decision to step on stage, is number one, do you have the time? Time is one of the most important things in life, because once time is gone, you can never get it back. So what I tell folks is, do you have the time to sacrifice to be able to train, meal prep, do your cardio, practice your posing, do your cardio again, practice your posing again, meal prep every day? Do you have the time to be 100% at all of those things that I just said? In addition, are you willing to sacrifice the time that you will lose? Potentially, you may miss birthdays, you may miss social gatherings, you may miss weddings, you will miss date nights, you will miss time with family and friends. And if you're not willing to sacrifice the time, then I would say perhaps hold off until you're ready to make a commitment for the entire prep to get ready for that stage presence. So that'd be number one, in my opinion, because for me, time is important. The second thing that's really important, in my opinion, is do you have the financial capability to compete? Like any other sport, bodybuilding is not cheap. There are definitely costs associated with prepping and getting on stage. The things you need to think about. You need to get a gym membership. You need to, purchase all of your food, which, by the way, probably comes out cheaper if you meal prep than going out and eating to restaurants and stuff. But nevertheless, food is expensive. So you have to buy food, you have to buy supplements. If you're going to hire a coach, you have to pay your coach. If you're going to hire someone to personally train you, you're going to have to pay for personal training. You're going to have to pay for, if you're competing in the NPC, you're going to have to pay for an NPC membership. You're going to have to pay for the registration fee for the competition. You're going to have to, pay for tanning. You're going to have to pay for your suit, whether, you're doing bodybuilding, classic physique, bikini, figure. Suits cost money, so you're gonna have to buy that. And there's probably a whole bunch of other things that I didn't mention, but bodybuilding is a sport and there's associated costs. If you're traveling and competing off island, then you have to also factor in airfare, hotel, rent a car, all that other stuff. So like any other sport, bodybuilding costs money, and you want to make sure that you are financially capable to compete in bodybuilding and be successful. Now, what you don't want to do is neglect your financial responsibilities, like your bills, and you put the bodybuilding first, because after your bodybuilding competition, when the fire settles down and the excitement goes away, if you're behind on bills, you're still going to be behind on bills. So make sure that you're financially responsible. If you have the finances to compete in bodybuilding, great. I mean, do it. If that's something that you want to do, great. If you have the time and you're willing to make the sacrifices, then awesome. But those are the two things that I think is most important whenever someone asks me, what does it take to get on stage? Because I'm going to tell you, the training is easy. I mean, anybody can get into the gym and train their butts off. The cardio is easy. The meal prepping is easy. The eating is probably the hardest, one of the hardest, because you gotta stick to a diet for a certain amount of time. But make sure that you have the ability to sacrifice time, and then also you have the financial ability to get ready for the competition, to be successful on stage. So those are the two things. It's a rewarding sport. You learn a lot, and I tell everyone, if you can do a bodybuilding competition, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what place you are, because if you step on stage, you're a winner. But if you can do a bodybuilding competition, everything in life actually becomes easier, because a prep will actually get you very structured in life. It'll put you on a routine, and you'll learn how to manage your time a lot more wisely. So with that said, if you guys are thinking about competing, go for it. Make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's before you make a decision. Get advice, from people who competed before. Absorb it all in, and then make a educated decision if you want to move forward. I'm Greg with GY Fitness. See you soon.